right. We need to let you know as we near 10 a.m., just a couple minutes away, we want to let you know we are live on air in continuous coverage. So we're not going anywhere and we're not going back to regularly scheduled program anytime soon.
Right.
We are here for the duration. So wanted to make you aware of that.
Let's go to Alex Finney. She has been in Fort Lauderdale along Broward Boulevard for the last couple of hours, watching people struggle to get through. The sun is out. The question is, Alex, are you seeing any of that water start to recede?
Eric, barely. You know, Janice was just talking about the I-95 ramp onto Broward Boulevard being closed as a result of what we're seeing here off of Broward Boulevard, and you can see why. Look at that. It's a disaster right now. I mean, we have been at this location since about 7 this morning, and I will tell you what little bit of receding we have seen, it's really not putting a dent in terms of the whole big picture, right? So, you know, that gentleman, the couple there in that Mustang, if you can show them there, they have been here stalled out since 2 a.m. waiting for a tow truck. And that really is the issue here, right? You have so many people in terms of these cars stalled out right now. So tow trucks are just moving everywhere, zigzagging all around Broward County, trying to rescue people in their cars and, you know, get them out of this water as a result of some of the engine failure, just trying to drive through this water. You can see there that gentleman who's been trying to actually pass through for about 30 minutes, I believe, and just really just speaking to, look, you see the water there basically up to his shin. You can see how deep it is, and he's in more of the shallow areas. He's making his way out of the water. He's walking east here on Broward Boulevard. It is a mess out here, guys. I really don't think that there's a better word to describe what we are seeing. It is dangerous when you're talking about trying to make it through this water. It is a headache if you get stalled and trying to get through. And of course, you really just have to be patient. We saw a gentleman actually trying to make his way east on Broward Boulevard. He tried to jump the median here to get over to dry land, because you notice the lanes over there, the westbound lanes of Broward Boulevard, completely dry for the most part, but it's the eastbound lanes that are giving people most of the headache. Unfortunately, he didn't make that. He unfortunately got stuck there on that median, but eventually was able to get his car out. All right, now I want to pan over to the left here, because we've been really focusing on this area as well. This is the park and ride by the Amtrak, and you can see there, doesn't it just look like a lake, pretty much like a swimming pool? Just so much water. And if you look back into that neighborhood, I've also been showing people here as well, it looks as if there's been no change, right? You have a lot of neighborhoods back there, a lot of people that, of course, are wondering, when is this water going to let up? I'm sure you have people that are dealing with flooding in their homes as well. And that is the case for not only this specific neighborhood, but so many pockets all around Broward County. And, you know, speaking of that traffic, it was really interesting because this morning at about 7, when we were trying to make our way here, you had a lot of people that didn't even realize that either work was canceled or didn't even realize how bad the roads were. So when you're talking about State Road 84, you have Davie Boulevard, as I'm sure other arteries as well, just crippled. The traffic was pretty much just stalled, and you could see as we were making our way over that ramp there to get back on 95 to head north, you could just see the water down there as people were trying to make their way over that hump, and then of course down into the downtown district. We're talking about Fort Lauderdale, where of course a lot of people do work. Schools canceled, and I think that pretty much at this point, those that are or maybe did have plans to get out, they obviously are aware, hopefully, of what we're dealing with, and that's why we're live, and we've been live for so many hours. So here's the thing, we are still out here. Like I said before, I really truly do wish that we could give you guys another look at some of the other locations that we were at today, because it's not just here. At about 6:30 this morning, you'll remember we were at Dania Point, and that parking lot area there was completely flooded. You had so many cars stalled out. So this is really what we're dealing with today. Just a lot of patience, a lot of people trying to figure out when this is going to end. We're trying to figure out when this is going to end, but nonetheless, we're going to be here for you, and we're going to keep updating you throughout the rest of the morning, into the afternoon, and then so on, so on. For now, I'm going to send it back to JC and Eric in the studio.
All right. Alex, thank you so much. What a difference between earlier this morning before the sun came up and now in that same exact spot.
We are hoping that that trend continues. We'll check in with you, Alex, all throughout the morning.